to Wednesday night Bible study. It is so good to see you guys again. I hope you're having an awesome week. So you guys probably already know, I hope you know, that this Sunday is Mother's Day. So all week long, we're going to be talking about Mother's Day. And today I'm going to share a special story from the Bible about a guy who had some pretty awesome ladies in his life. But guys, obviously the way I'm dressed, this is not working out for the reef, is it? No way. So we're going to go way back in time. Are you ready? So get in your time machine because we are headed way back to Rome, ancient Rome, where Paul the Apostle would have written this letter to a special guy named Timothy. Are you guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, pretty cool, huh? All right, guys. So in the story today, we are looking in the Bible at 2 Timothy verse 1, chapter 1. And this is about a special kid named Timothy. See, Paul was a missionary, and he was awesome. And Paul, he did a lot of great things for Christ. He went all over the world preaching the gospel, but he didn't do it alone. He raised up some pretty awesome people as disciples. And so Paul had this special kid named Timothy in his life. And Timothy had some special ladies in his life that taught him about Jesus. His mom, the Bible says, was a Jewish woman, and she loved the Lord. And so Paul writes a letter to Timothy. In fact, he writes a couple of them. And in this particular one, 2 Timothy, this is what the Bible says. He says to Timothy, Timothy, I thank God, who I serve as my forefathers did with a clear conscience. As night and day, I constantly remember you in my prayers. And then he says, recalling your tears, I long to see you, Timothy, so that I may be filled with joy. I have been reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother, Lois, and in your mother, Eunice. And I am persuaded now this lives in you also. For this reason, I remind you to fan into flame the gift of God, which is in you through the laying of my hands. For God did not give us a spirit of timidity, but a spirit of power, of love, and of self-discipline. So Paul is saying, Timothy, I know you love Jesus. I know because you were raised with an awesome mom who taught you about Jesus, and you are raised with an awesome grandma who taught you about Jesus. And guys, you know what? I can say the same thing because in my life, my mom taught me about Jesus, and my grandma, she actually led me to the Lord when I was only 5 years old. And so I am so thankful for the women who poured into me, and not only them, but Sunday school teachers and my teachers at school, and lots of friends and people who loved me and taught me about Jesus through the years. And so Paul tells Timothy, Timothy, make sure that you're fanning the flame in your own life. Because, you know, as Mother's Day, we always want to think, like, what can we get our mom? You know, we always want to top the gift from last year. We want to get her the perfect card or the perfect gift. But do you know what the best gift, the thing that we could give our mom the most? We could give her the joy and the hope and the peace of knowing that we love Jesus. Our actions and our attitude toward our mom, toward our grandma, if you don't have a mom or a grandma who loves Jesus, I bet you there is somebody in your life that really does. Some lady in your life, whether it's a school teacher or a Sunday school teacher or a neighbor who just really, really loves you, somebody in your life who has taught you about Jesus and who you really, really appreciate. And the gift that they would love to see most is just a thank you. Going to them and saying, you know what, thank you for teaching me about Jesus. Thank you for loving me enough to share the gospel with me and to always set that awesome example. So your behaviors and your attitude and your actions toward those people, you guys, that is the best gift you can give them, is to show them that what they have poured into you makes a huge difference. And that's what Paul was saying to Timothy. He was like, Timothy, make sure that you know not to be ashamed of who you are, not to be ashamed of the gospel. Let that fire burn in your life. Shine for Jesus. Let people know that you love Jesus, and let your grandma and your mom know with your actions that you are a Christian and that you have this awesome gift that God has given you that lives inside of you. So guys, that is my encouragement for you this Mother's Day. As you prepare your Mother's Day cards or your gifts, make sure that you're not only giving them that, but you are giving them respect and love and the knowledge that they have made a huge impact in your life. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in this beautiful city of ancient Rome. So guys, we will see you this Sunday morning for Bible study. Make sure you tune in at 1 p.m. for our Bible study with the kids. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys and hope you have an awesome week. Bye.